Alright, so before we get into the overall fit and feel of these guys, pretty much you want to know if this shoe's for you. So all three of these shoes are kind of in that mid-range of each of these guys' brands. So for someone who's running 5 kilometers, just doing a bit of tempo training, or even if you want to extend it out to that 20-kilometer mark or even your full marathon, these shoes will take you there. It's kind of that, not a specialist shoe by any means, but just that nice level stability shoe for pretty much anyone. So let's get into it. As I said, they are a stability shoe, so they're designed to give you that little bit more support. If we're talking feel of the shoes, your Brooks Adrenaline GTS 20 probably feels the softest out of all three. So this guy here is going to wrap around the foot really nicely, using that 3D print just to lock down that foot really well and just feel like a shoe's giving you a hug. In comparison to your Asics 2000, this guy tends to feel a little bit more firm, but still a very stable cushion shoe overall. So your new 3D print mesh with this guy, or your engineered mesh by Asics, tends to hug the foot really nicely as well. Asics use that nice deep V-shaped heel counter, and it does really feel like it's locking in the foot quite nicely. In comparison to your Saucony Guide 13, so this guy here again, 3D engineered mesh across the top, locking down the foot quite nice, and yeah, your foot sits really nice and deep into this shoe, and overall all three shoes fit awesome. Alright, so sizing of three shoes. Your Brooks Adrenaline GTS 20 does fit that little bit big, so I had to take that half size down in comparison to last season's model. That's all sweet though, nice easy fix, just make sure you try it on. These two guys here tend to fit pretty true to size, so again I'd recommend trying them on. Asics do have that slightly more tapered toe box at the front, be wary of that, but they do different widths to accommodate that as well, so just make sure you try them on, make sure they fit good in store, and then you should be good to go. Alright, so moving on to your midsole with all three shoes. So starting with your Brooks Adrenaline GTS 20, we got that Biomogo and your DNA Loft cushioning. So pretty much it's that mixture between your two EVA cushionings. Really soft, really responsive, gives that nice energized bounce back every time. Alright, so your Asics GT 2008 uses that gel cushioning in the heel, and then they do actually have a little bit of gel cushioning in your forefoot as well. The predominant cushioning system in this shoe is your flight foam. So throughout that flight foam, it's pretty much just going to give you that nice soft bounce back. Does feel a little bit more firm than your Brooks Adrenaline, but still an overall nice cushion shoe. So your Saucony Guide 13, this guy here uses your Power Run. Pretty much it's a TPU mixed with an EVA. What that means is it's just going to stay nice and soft even when the temperature gets hot, especially here in Australia. So these guys here really energized snapback every time, can't go wrong. Alright guys, so moving on to your support system in all three shoes. So all three are that stability shoe, going to give you that nice support if you do pronate a little bit, or you just want that little bit extra guidance throughout the step, especially when your feet start to get lazy on those longer runs. Your Brooks Adrenaline uses guide rails on each side, both on your medial and your lateral side of the shoe. So pretty much what that does, it keeps you nice and stable, isn't going to correct you too much to one way, just guide you throughout the whole step. Your Asics use your Trussic and also your Duromax. So pretty much that firm piece of plastic up underneath is going to help support the foot and pretty much just not allow it to flex at all throughout that midfoot area. So again, very firm, stable shoe. Kind of that traditional way of doing things. Asics have been using that for quite a while now. Your Saucony Guide 13, so this is their newer support system running throughout. So it's a TPU put up on that inside, so your thermoplastic. Pretty much what that guy does, it just gives you that added support up on the inside. It's not too noticeable, does allow for that energized snapback as well though, so it does work quite well. Alright, so as I said, I do want to keep this one nice and short, so if you do want to know any more information about your Brooks Adrenaline GTS 20 or your Saucony Guide 13, there are links in the description below to check out more information. We have done past reviews on these guys. With your Asics 2008, we haven't done a review, there's plenty on YouTube. Pretty much it is a very similar shoe to last model, so if you've had one of the past models, it feels very similar. It's a little lighter and softer, but yeah, it's your 2000, been around for several years now, works well, people pretty much stick with it. So my overall general thoughts on each shoe, if I had to rate them each in kind of your cushioning, I'd probably give you Adrenaline a 9 out of 10, just really soft, bounce back. Sometimes it does feel like there's a little bit too much under the shoe though. That's why I only gave it a 9. With your Asics, with your cushioning, I'd have to give this guy about a 7 or a 7.5. It is a much firmer shoe. People who are used to the Asics though do like it, but again, it is much more firm, especially with that plastic up underneath. Your Saucony Guide 13, again, I'd probably have to give this guy a 8.5 or a 9. Pretty much because your cushioning is going to stay softer throughout a longer period of time. This guy here isn't as soft initially when you put it on as your Brooks. In saying that though, it does give that nice snapback when you are running. Alright, so if we're comparing price points between all three shoes, your Brooks Adrenaline sits at that $220 mark, your Asics 2008 sits at that $200 mark, and same with your Saucony Guide 13 at your $200 mark as well. All that mid-level stability shoes, so if you do pronate a little bit or you feel like you need that little bit of extra guidance throughout the step, throughout your gait cycle, then these guys all do have that support for you. In saying that though, there is a next level up. So your Brooks Adrenaline 20 has your Transcend, your Asics GT 2000 has your Kayano, and your Saucony Guide 13 has a Hurricane. So each brand do have that next step up. In saying that though, if you're wanting to start running, start doing your 5-kilometer park runs, or if you're looking at getting into your half or even your full marathon running, pretty much these guys are a good place to start, especially if you do need that mild stable shoe or that mild stability shoe. They all do have that good support in them. All a great shoe overall. You can't really go wrong with any. Personal pick, probably one of these two. But yeah, at the end of the day, it is up to you. If you've liked what you've seen here, make sure you smash that like button. Stay tuned, there's going to be giveaways, things like that coming up soon, so make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. And that's it. My name's Josh. Kez will be back with another video soon. That's it from Beyond the Feet today. Catch you later.